Today we're going to talk about what I consider a real find. Welcome to the Hideout, and today we're going to talk about what I consider a real find. But before we get started, please click subscribe, click the little ringy dingy so you get your notification, and please click like. Okay, I really do appreciate it. Here we go. Alright, so, times being where they are, I don't have the money just quite to go out and buy shit like I'd like to, especially 1911s. But I did find one at a big box store that a little bit different in my opinion. You guys please give me some feedback. Watch the video and give me some feedback if you've seen one of these and what your opinion of it is. So anyway, I'm always shopping around, and what did I have? I have an Ed Brown. Ed Brown, high quality 1911, comes in the little bag. But one thing that's kind of interesting, I bought this at the used market. But when I open the bag, I still have bicycle locks, I still have oil, I still have everything there, I still have the tags were still on the pistol. So I don't know if this is actually a used gun or not. It doesn't appear to be, but before I pull it out and show you, I want to tell you something. Ed Brown Special Forces, 5-inch barrel, 45 ACP, really nice handguns. But when I pull this one out, that is not an Ed Brown Special Forces 5-inch handgun. This is a commander size Ed Brown Special Forces. Now, that's one of the things that I really noticed right off the bat. From the website, they were considering this a Special Forces, and I kind of had my doubts because, correct me if I'm wrong, and you guys may have seen one. I've never seen a Special Forces model in a commander size. They're always full size. Now, Ed Brown being who Ed Brown is, custom gun maker, somebody could have potentially ordered this. It could have been a test gun. It could have been any number of reasons out there. It could have been a blemish. I don't know. But we're going to go over it closely because I've never seen anything like this. Let's take the magazine out of it. It did just come with one magazine. It is tight. It's really tight. I'll have to put some oil on this. But let's just start at the top. And I'm going to look and rock the slide back. And then you'll see, nice and round, really big ejection port, really cut back, really nice. And what I really like about this thing is those titanium night sights. Look at that. They're going to reach out and grab you. They should get your attention. This should be a shooter. It should be. It does not have any serrations on the front, and it does have serrations on the back, if you can have a look at those. I'm really excited about potentially getting out and shooting this thing. I like this type of sight that kind of slides back like that. I'm not freaking racking it on my cowboy boots and my boxes and my beer bottles and whatever else everybody wants to do. Not gonna do it. 45 ACP, barrel length. We're talking about barrel length. Let's just look at it, and I'm not piddled with this at all. We're talking about 4 1/4 inch. It is a commander size, but I mean, just different. Two-tone. Can't help but notice that. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna call it like a bronze colored or something, but I really don't know. Got a nice hammer on it. Big, huge beaver tail, so I can get up high. The hammer buries down in it, as you can see. Safety is not huge if you look at that. I'm going to call this more of a standard size safety, not extended. But it's still more than large enough to get my big thumb on there and make it work and make it operate just fine. It is not ambidextrous. It is not. There is not a safety on this side. Magazine release, tougher than shit. That will need a little tune up. Trigger, Got three holes drilled in it. I like it. It's just plain enough, but it is, you know, attractive enough. Is it going to get the job done? I'm sure. No rail. This is the handgun the Sarge likes to carry right here. It is a commander size, no rail, no lights, no bullshit, no nothing. Rock and roll. It's ready to go. There is no texturation on the front, up on the top of it there. Don't need it. Ready to go. But we're all going to talk about texture because I really like this one on here. Look at the memory bump on that. Not only is it large, there's texturing on that. We got the bobtail cut for carry. Some people call it bobtail, some people call it carry, whatever. You can talk about it cutting off. And there's texturing back here on the back of the handgun. And then we're going to roll it over. There's texturing on the front of the handgun. So, here's what I'm going to point out a lot of people don't think about. A lot of people go put these really extremely textured grips on them. Look at these right here. They're textured, but they're not that aggressive. And if you really will pay attention when you pick up a handgun and hold it in your hand like you're going to fire it, you can feel the texturing here. In the front is where the texturing really tells you some difference. And a little back here on the palm. The texturing on the pistol grips is not that big a deal unless you get too aggressive and make it uncomfortable. But by the way our hands are made to wrap around those pistol grips right here, here and here, the texturing on the pistol grip can be smooth. You're not preferably, but it's not what really holds the weapon in your hand. It's here on your fingers here on the front, whereas most gun manufacturers do not do that. Those things will be slick as a baby's ass right there, and that's where I think you really, in my opinion, need the most of your texturing up here and back here, not the sides. The sides can be irrelevant. Now, if you get one that's just slick-sided here, here, and here, you're going to have a lot more difficulty with it. But this is, in my opinion, a really nice handgun. We could have used a few more magazines in it. It just come with one. If you can see it, it does say Special Forces right here on the side of the slide, if you can see that. Maybe you can see it or not. But, you know, like I said, this is my first ever commander size Special Forces. I don't know that they make them, a lot of them. Maybe this is a special order one. Now, what I do not like is just how stiff it is right now, and that could just be some cheap ass oil in it. Excuse me, we're gonna see. We're gonna check the trigger on it. The trigger on it, I don't know if it's just that damn sticky shit on there or if it is really bad. We're gonna see. I hate to say that about Ed Brown. We're gonna pull it. 4.8. And I knew it was a little bit heavy. You could tell I said, is it really bad? But you know, if it is unfired, if it is needing some oil on it, we're gonna try that out and take it and let's see. Reset. Short, crisp, reset. I don't know what you would be to not like. As a matter of fact, if I can get this thing oiled up and get that trigger working, I just may use this as my EDC everyday carry for a little while because I just really like it. Like this cut, like the big tail, like the color. There's really not anything I don't like about it at this point. You know, how much does it weigh? I brought out a set of scales to weigh. I'm gonna weigh it because, like I said, I know very little about anything about this thing. 2.2 pounds. So it's a little heavy, but you know, with it being that light and being that light, that weight with a 45 ACP, I expect it to, you know, maybe hold a recoil good. So what do we always do once we get to this point? We always have to go outside and see if it will go. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. A problem we've been having for weeks now. It is windier than hell outside, so we're gonna go outside and shoot it anyway. We're not gonna put the video off, but then we're gonna come back in and talk about it so we can hear it. Okay, we made it back in from the range. You guys could probably tell out there the wind's howling. Been a problem. Also, we had the sun in a bad spot today, but I can't move the range. I can't move the sun, so I just have to deal with it. What do I think? Ed Brown, quality handgun, commander size, special forces. I'm disappointed. I didn't think I'd ever say that about an Ed Brown, but the trigger, let's see what that trigger does. I'm gonna clear it and we're gonna try it again after we shot 30, 40 rounds to it. 4.13. That's a 5-pound trigger. The trigger needs work. Am I disappointed in the gun? Yes, I am. Am I disappointed that I got an Ed Brown gun for, you know, a couple grand? No, I'm not. I'm tickled to death about that. But I have so many other guns that will actually outperform it. You know, the performance is just better, that this one's gonna go, we're gonna have to have some work. So probably what we're gonna do is a follow-up video after I do a little work on it, after it gets a little Sarge 1911 TLC, and see what we can do. The trigger, I like it, you know, the reset's good. The slide did loosen up a little bit, so, you know, it could potentially be somebody spray some damn WD-40 in it, and you guys, if you don't know, you need to pay attention. Don't use that shit. Use it to clean with and then go back, because it will work as a good cleaner. Then go back and put some real gun oil in it, or it'll just gum up and get sticky. As you can see, the slide is not, it's nice and smooth. It's not gritty. The trigger, a 5-pound trigger on a handgun like this is just not acceptable. Am I happy? Am I glad that I got it? Yes, I am. Will it give me something to do when it's too damn hot outside or too cold outside to do anything else? Absolutely, and I'll enjoy that. So, until we get to shoot together again, shoot safe and shoot straight. Huh.